Hello YouTube, Tim Kubron here, back for more fun and excitement at other people's expense. You have arrived in Engi space. The fall of the Federation has brought tough times to these robotic life forms, but they're usually willing to help. So here we are in Sector 7. We're getting pretty close now. Alright, you have jumped into the aftermath of what seems to have been a brutal exchange between several ships. Wreckage floats by your screens, and you can still see the remains of dying ships sparking and breaking apart. It's hard to determine who were the combatants and without closer investigation. I could investigate the battlefield, I could ignore the wreckage and continue on, or I could use my advanced sensors and use the sensors to scan the wreckage. These blue options will come up every now and again throughout the game when you have something specifically that is relevant to the interaction that you're doing. In this case, I have advanced sensors, and therefore I get this blue option here on this this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and try that, and it usually yields pretty good result. You scan the battlefield and a prototype military vessel in the debris. The crew has been killed, but their working prototype weapon array is still intact. You salvage it and bring it aboard. 38 scrap and a halberd beam. Awesome. Yeah, okay. Let's just keep going then. You arrive at a Zoltan research facility. They say they are researching genetic distortion due to the stasis sleep and prolonged FTL travel. They ask if your crew has the time to undergo a few scans. Sure, I can help out, why not? As soon as they dock, pirates burst on board, and a hostile ship appears on the radar. You hear the Zoltan yell from the distance, "We're being held hostage. Intruders on board." Uh-oh. Well, they were hostages, so I can't really be mad at them. I'm mad, but I'm not mad at them. Okay, so let's cloak, and let's get some fighters into here to get rid of them. I'm also going to deploy my combat drone and prepare for an assault on their ship. Alright, and we get a good amount of damage onto their shields and disable a lot of their weapons also. That's good. And there we go. That was all she wrote, boy. Thank you for rescuing us. They held us hostage to ambush unsuspecting passerbyers. Please take this. And they give me a defense drone Mark II. Nice. Not bad. Alright, I am now going to start working on getting the fourth and final layer of shields. It requires a lot of scrap. A lot. Putting all the others to shame. So we'll get it, you know, just like normal, a little bit at a time. The distress signal originates from a small Engi ship under attack from a rebel fighter, but when the rebels see Federation markings, they turn and attack. Uh-oh. Well, let's see. Still going to deploy my combat drone. And I think I'm just going to do the same old thing, attack their shields, and then I think in this case, instead of attacking their weapons, I'm going to attack their drone control. They have a combat drone attacking me, a system repair drone, and an anti-personnel drone. So it would not be a bad idea to try and destroy their drone control a little bit. So I get some good damage. Oh, another thing I might not have mentioned. You can see here there are rips in the ship. Those are breaches. I don't think I've ever come across those yet in this playthrough. Sometimes when you shoot like fire, a breach can happen. And it's very similar, except that instead of, the fire burning and damaging and spreading, the hull breach will cause oxygen to leak from the system and then must be repaired before the system can be repaired. So the oxygen starts leaving, and anyone who's in there trying to repair it is, in trouble if they don't fix it soon. And that was all she wrote. The Engi vessel turns out to be very poorly equipped, barely a runaway, really. They're trying to outrun the rebels, and they need all the help they can get. Give them 25 scrap, give them 40 scrap, 2 missiles, 2 fuel, give them nothing. Oh man, now I feel sad. Oh, well, as much as I want to keep and hold on to scrap, I'm going to just give them everything I can. I'm going to give them all, just because I'm feeling bad. They won't get more than just a few jumps without... They won't get more than just a few jumps with that loadout. You provide them with the munitions and supplies they need for a journey home. Generosity, magnitude, unprecedented. Well-being, syntax error, value too high. Accept this token, and in exchange they give me an Engi medbot disposal. I have no idea what that is. That's, let's check it out. That's something I haven't seen before. It's an augment. And an Engi nano medbots heal the crew outside of the med bay. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's really sweet. That's crazy. So now, as long as my med bay is powered, my crew will be healing even if they're not inside of the med bay. Oh wow, that's so cool. All right, I'm totally glad I, spilled all that stuff for them. That was worth it. I mean, it was only 40 scrap after all. Ooh, and here we go. This store, you can hire a Zoltan. They are a different alien species that you can acquire. The Zoltan actually provide power to occupied systems. They have their max health reduced to 70, and they do 15 damage to enemy crew on their death. So what happens, they will literally, if they're manning the weapons, for instance, they themselves will generate 1 power. So you don't need to take, you can allocate that 1 power from the reactor somewhere else because they're generating it on their own, which is pretty cool. I could still buy the crew teleporter. I'm not going to do that. However, I have a lot of things to sell. I've already used up all of my available weapons on power on this, so I'm going to sell my weapons, I think. I'm also going to sell all these drones I'm not going to use, and let's just be real, I'm not going to use them. That's just how it is. And I need all the money I can get right now. Because I am upgrading my ship. I'm going to buy the last layer of shields, 2 more reactor power so that I can get it, and boom, 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 boy, there I am. I now have a lot of shield. Now I still have a little bit of cash left over and not really much else to buy. I mean, I could upgrade cloaking, but I don't really think that's going to be worth it. It'll give me 15 seconds of cloaking. However, all of my weapons charge in, I think, slightly less than 15 seconds, so it's not really all that useful. Drone control I could upgrade, but I don't have any more drones and therefore don't have any more need. O2 and health are nice. Filling the O2 will increase how fast, it produces oxygen. When your ship, has a hull breach or something, it'll fill it back up, quicker. And of course the med bay will heal people quicker if you upgrade it. Those are nice, but I feel in a combat-oriented game like this, they're kind of secondary. I think first I'm actually going to upgrade my engines and try and increase my dodge chance a little bit. I think that would be the right thing to do. So I will grab another reactor power, and I will put it in my engines and increase my dodge by 5%. All right. Your sensors have picked up a refugee ship floating through the system, no doubt one of many fleeing the rebel advance. It doesn't appear to have detected you, or else it's trying to avoid notice. Well, let's see what they're up to. The vessel is relieved to hear from you. They are running low on supplies. They suggest a trade. And sure, I'll trade a couple missiles for some fuel. Why not? I'm not using missiles. I literally have no more missile weapons left on my ship. The beacon seems to serve as a meeting place for local traffic. It seems you can find crew willing to fight on your ship for a price. And I do not have enough scrap to buy either of these crewmen, so I will not. And I will just be on my way. Once you arrive, your screen lights up with a warning. A nearby pirate seems to have advanced hacking tools, and they have tried to shut down your engines. The crew manages to keep them barely operational, and you move to attack. So my engines, because of their advanced hacking tools, my engines are slightly less effective right now. But that's okay. I don't need my engines to be tip-top in order to take these fools down. They're fools for attacking me. I'm like the most outfitted ship in the entire galaxy almost. So they teleport some crew onto my ship. And I'm going to try and vent them out. And in the meantime, I am going to attack their systems. And I do a miserable amount of damage to their shields, actually destroying them, breaching them, and killing the worker that was inside of there. That's nice. Alright, so I'll now just let my combat drone kind of do whatever it pleases. Damage them as much as it wants. And I'm going to take out their crew teleporter. I'm going to be a sadistic person right now, so that their crew can't teleport back to safety. And they will die horribly in my airlocks. And that was the end of them. Close all the doors. Begin returning oxygen to the system. And return people to where they belong. And let's just jump on like nothing ever happened. The only other ship at this beacon messages you. Finally, after months of waiting, someone has fallen into our trap. Oh no. Well, I'm just gonna kind of keep doing what I'm doing, man. No reason to change it up. Alright, not as much damage as I had hoped for there, but a good start. And they try to surrender. Sorry, guys. I'm in it for the scrap, and you guys are pirates. So I'm going to destroy you. Alright, I think I might have enough to buy another engine upgrade. I also have maxed out my reactor and can no longer upgrade, so this is the pinnacle. That's the thing with the game, you gotta make decisions, and that's why I don't usually go for oxygen in medbay, because then it takes away from other systems. While I'm in here, I may as well upgrade my subsystem, as that does not require power. 80% of my normal evasion when my cockpit is unmanned. And I will allocate that power to my engine, and now I will have more evasion. Excellent. So, here we go again. Let's jump. And you know what? I think I'm pretty much at the pinnacle of what I can get for my ship. I could probably fly around for a little longer, mess some people up, but I'm gonna take it and just go with it like I And I'm just going to go straight for the exit. Here we go, guys. You detect 2 ships, one chasing the other. Scanners show the pursuer is a pirate. Well, let's aid the civilian ship. Pirates, you know, that's someone I could fight pretty, you know, with a good conscience. So we'll cloak and activate my combat drone and get ready to assault them. Assault them like they've never been assaulted before. I get some good damage off on the shields. They have a lot of evasion, apparently. That was not as many hits as I would have liked. But that's okay. And this time I go straight for their weapons. Now they have no weapons. Alright, next up is their shields. Take them down. And we'll contact the civilian ship. It seems the crew did not survive the assault. You take what you can from the remains of the ship. I'm sorry. And here we go to the next sector, The Last Stand. Part 8. Don't miss it.